Hi y'all, welcome back to Feelin' Froggy Knits. My name is Maya and today I am going to show you my Wine Country Yarn Hop 2026 vlog. It'll be a vlog, there will be a haul, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Make sure to grab your drink of choice. I just made myself a little iced latte. It is burning up outside. If you are unfamiliar with the Wine Country Yarn Hop, it consists of 5 stores in Sonoma and Mendocino County in California. The hop is over the period of a weekend, so Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. There's a lot of fun that we'll get into and chatting about, you know, what all you can do and what all you can bring to enter to win the raffles. I know I sure did everything I could to get all my entries in there. I'm hoping for a win this year, we'll see. Before I get into everything with the Wine Country Yarn Hop, I would love to talk about the top that I'm wearing. This is the Vesna tee that I talked about making in my last video. Here it is finished. I literally cut off my yarns this morning and immediately put it on. It was already blocked. It's knit in 2 pieces, blocked, and then seamed together. It's perfect. It is so good for summer. I was a little bit hesitant doing mohair in a summer top because this pattern has so much lace in it and the gauge with the needle is wider. It really works. I made this t-shirt in part of the Purple Needle Fiber Crafts and Feelin' Froggy Knits summer make along. So this is going to be my entry and you'll actually see some yarn for another top that I'm going to be making for the make along. It is going until August 31st and you can check out my Instagram, Feelin' Froggy Knits, or Purple Needle's Instagram, Purple Needle Crafts. I will link everything down below and have it on the screen here so you can look there to see what you need to do to participate, and there's going to be prizes for finished objects and then for whips as well, which is, I feel like is a wonderful idea, and it shows that it's not about speed, it's about our love of this craft. All right, let's get into the Wine Country Yarn Hop. I did the Wine Country Yarn Hop this year with my friend Marguerite. This is our 2nd year doing it together. Thank you so much, Marguerite, for coming along with me and being my videographer, I guess. I was driving, so Marguerite got a lot of the great clips of the wine country that you're seeing. So our first stop was Noma Knits. This is in Sonoma, California. This is their first year in their new shop, and it was chef's kiss. So cute. The outside of the building is adorable. They have a little patio area. We got there and the bus was there, which I just love seeing that many people in the store. It was truly lovely. It was a little crowded, but they had their time in there. I think the bus riders get maybe 45 minutes at each store. So we were there, they'd left, and then it was, you know, we had room to to walk around. Everybody there was so nice. They had 2 trunk shows going on. One of them was Hap Bee, and they do notions, stitch markers, skein holders, you know, that you can put on your wrist and walk around and knit or crochet or what have you. Oh my gosh, that stuff was so cute. Just a bunch of nice tools for knitting. And then Yarn Traveler was there as well, and they had a plethora of project bags. There were different sizes, different patterns on the bags. There were some that were specific to the Yarn Hop. The ones that had bunnies on it were specific to the Yarn Hop. I was really excited to get to see that store for the first time, get to see the new space for the first time. I would be remiss if I did not mention Mel here. A part of the Wine Country Yarn Hop is you can knit or make a bunny, you know, you can crochet a bunny and bring it with you during the hop. When you do that, you can get an extra ticket at each store to enter in to win raffle prizes. So there's the mega prize, which is for all of the stores, and then there are prizes at each store that you can win. So this is Mel. I took a class at my local yarn store, Purple Needle, and it was to make this bunny. We followed the book, I think it's called Knitting Animal Friends by Louise Crowler, and over the course of 3 weeks, we met and I made this bunny. Her name is Mel, or Melly. Melly Belly, Smelly Melly, whatever mood she's feeling, that's what her name is. I decided that I was going to make Mel a matching outfit So I did that. I even bought myself Black Mary Janes because I did not own any, and I just love the look of these. So I toted around Mel to every shop, and it was so nice to see everybody else's bunnies that they made, and you know, outfits that they made and what design that they used to make their little bunny. And Mel will sit right here because this was her yarn hop too. There you go, girl. Sit back, relax. It's been a long weekend. Okay, let's get into what I got at Noma Knits. The first thing I got was this project bag from Yarn Traveler. This is one of the Hop exclusive bags, and this was the large bag, so she had 3 different sizes: large, medium, small. If you bought 2 of the larger sizes, you got a Notions pouch for free. So I did that. I got this one and then another one, and I gave it to my friend Marguerite, who came with me. I think that was my thank you for videographing. And then here is the Notions pouch that I got for free. This was not one of the exclusive bags for the Yarn Hop, but I just could not resist the cute little fishies. Also, Noma Knits was just giving out these little stitch markers for free, and that is their logo on it. It is so cute and very sweet of them to do. Then I got 2 Hedgehog Fibers mini skeins. They're in the colorways Sweet Pea and Lovebird. I'm working on this massive blanket project right now, and I need these kinds of colors for that blanket. Maybe I'll talk about that blanket in a future video. Let me know if you would like to see that. And then I went a little bit wild with Happy. I'd never seen her stuff before, and some of the stitch markers were so cute, and I had to do it. This set of stitch markers will kind of come as no surprise as to why I got it. They are little frogs. One of the stitch markers says Frogget Love. Then I got these, which, y'all, I'm a cusser. I know. Got a dirty mouth, and so I just had to. They are so perfect. And sometimes that's just how you're feeling when you're knitting. A little reminder that other people feel that way too, so much so that somebody made this and I bought it. Lastly, at Noma Knits, I got this. I forgot exactly what she said it was called. It's a bracelet. You can wear it as a bracelet. It is stainless steel, I believe, so it won't give you any kind of, you know, like ring on your wrist. You can put it on your bag if you would like, put your stitch markers on here. So you could wear it like you could wear your stitch markers as like a little bracelet, which I love the idea of because sometimes it's not enough to have them on your projects. You want to show them off. I've never seen this before. I had to get it. Next, we went to Petaluma, California, where we went to Fiber Circle Studio. This yarn shop is really special. They have such a wonderful place to teach classes, and they teach weaving and spinning. They had the most glorious trunk show there. I believe this person was there last year. I am blanking on the name of this designer, but they do screen printing on project bags. I remember seeing it last year. I think I kind of kicked myself for not getting a project bag, so I made up for it and I got 2. But the store was glorious. They had a couple different trunk shows going on. The most gorgeous fiber, like art bats that were really pretty, and Kim Dyes Yarn fiber, which I've got some from there before. I think they do just such a lovely job, and oh my gosh, their wall of hand-dyed yarn is a dream. It is so glorious, and we had so much fun there. So now I will show you what I got. First, what everything is being held in is this project bag, Unfinished Objects. If you are familiar with those terms, people call them UFOs. And I did not notice this until later on yesterday, that they are truly UFOs. There's second sock. We've all heard of second sock syndrome. Sleeve island, and just a almost finished granny square. I just love these colors so much, and I was like, yep, that's mine. And I got a second project bag as well. It is this just fall scene. I love summer so much, but I can't believe I'm saying this in July. I want it to be fall because I want to be using this in the chilly cold weather and have a cozy knit in here. And I really love these project bags because they're so big, and they have a little loop to go around in with your project in there. And I also got some yarn. This was in the sale section, which I was like, okay. My favorite saying, which came from my friend Avisha. Thank you, Avisha. Can't afford not to. And it is this Kelborn Woolens, which I've seen people use this brand of yarn, but I've never purchased it myself or used it. So I was like, it's on sale. These are my colors. You'll see the other colors. But this is their Mojave base, and it is 60% cotton and 40% linen. And I got this color, and this color. And I was like, oh my gosh, a summer stripy tank top with this yarn. Can't afford not to. What else am I gonna say about this? So I got 2 of each color. So we made our way to Santa Rosa, where Castaway Yarn Shop is. But first we got some much needed caffeine. It was feeling like a lot. So we got to sit down. Mel got to have a little bit of Vietnamese coffee. She didn't say she didn't like it, so. And then we made our way to Castaway, where there was a trunk show. It was Mica, and they do project bags, notions pouches, and I saw this specific bag and this pattern and the way that it is, and I knew I had to have it. Here it is. It has so many pockets on the outside, and it has a little hole to pull your yarn through. My favorite part about the bag is the top. It can drawstring shut, so you can fit so much in this bag. I never knew I needed something like this, but I did. Okay, I'll talk about the socks. Need I say more? These are my colors. I love the tube sock, sporty sock kind of look. And it'll be nice to represent my love of yarn when I can't necessarily wear wool socks. Or I don't want to, because I don't want to ruin them by sweating in them. I apologize for the profanity. Yeah, you're seeing that right. I got this art bat. This is from that Fiber Bish, and this is the Mega Bish bat. It is 9.2 ounces of fiber. I'm not sure what all is in here. I see some locks. I think it could be silk. There's sparkles. I really don't know what I'm going to be getting into when I spin this, but I know it will just be a lot of fun. It might be my first, like art yarn. I don't know, we'll see. That was Castaway. I think I came out pretty good. Then we went to Healdsburg, California, and that is where Pearls of Joy is. I am always so excited to see their Wine Country Yarn Hop exclusive yarn color. It is, I think it's Comfort and Joy Yarn Company that they have a new colorway every year. I've gotten it the last 2 years. I recently finished a sweater with the 2024 colorway, and so I was just very excited to see what this year's colorway is. And honestly, it was kind of like, whether I liked it or not, I was gonna get a skein because now it feels like a tradition. Such a cute, cozy little shop. It's the only store where I did not get a project bag from, which was kind of wild. This was the year of project bags. Like I said, it is Comfort and Joy Yarn Co. Do a custom colorway, and this is their 2026 custom colorway. I just got a mini skein because I'm kind of drowning in yarn right now, but like I said, I needed to get the memory of it. The colorway is Summer Sunset. Fun, adorable, love. And the company, Comfort and Joy Yarn Co., calls these giggles. The mini skeins, they call them giggles, which I think is so funny. And then I did a very Maya thing, and I got this one, which is just neon highlighter yellow. It's even brighter in person than it is on camera. This color is Fluorescent Lemon, and again, this is gonna go into my crazy colorful blanket that I was talking about earlier. And I also got a mystery bag, which I opened at Little Saint. It just said what weight of yarn was in there, no indication as to colorway or brand or anything, and it ended up being some Knit Picks yarn, which I don't actually know if I've ever used Knit Picks yarn before. Is that weird? I feel like I see it everywhere, but I just never, I don't know. And then there was all that drama. We don't have to get into it. I got these 2 colors. It's their Stroll fingering weight yarn. They're heather colorways. It's Dove Heather and Wonderland Heather. It feels so like wintry and cute. I feel like something stripy with this because the contrast is not great enough to do any kind of color work, but I still think that these together would just be so like cool, wintry, cozy kind of thing. Of course, I think of a pair of socks because it's fingering weight yarn that is a wool nylon blend, but it could be something else. Maybe a hat, gloves, little scarf, who knows? Okay, after that crazy exhausting day, we got back home. I stayed the night at Marguerite's house and her mom made us quiche and salad, which just felt like the best way to end the day. It was filling, it was healthy. Also had a healthy little 2 glasses of rosé, which did not hurt after that drive. I was feeling so tired. And then we just stayed up and talked and knitted, and it was such a wonderful way to end the day. It is a new day. It's actually today, it's Sunday. And the only store that we had left for the yarn hop was to go to Purple Needle Fiber Crafts, which is my local yarn store. So we went on down the grade and to the best coffee shop in town. It's called Black Oak, and we got coffee and breakfast there. Sat there, got to knit a little bit and drink our delicious coffee. Marguerite always gets all of their specials at once and tries each of them, so I got to try each of them, and I actually ended up getting one of the specials just for myself, but I got to try the other ones that I hadn't had yet, and it's their summer specials and they're so delicious. And then I got a breakfast burrito, which is my favorite thing to get at Black Oak. But yeah, we got to sit and knit, and I saw some other people in the shop with their knitted garments on, and I'm like, I see you, I know exactly what you're doing. So then we headed to Purple Needle, and there are a couple of trunk shows that have been happening this yarn hop. They look so amazing. One of them being A Needle Runs Through It, who does project bags and notions. That was only yesterday, so I did not get to get there in person and see everything, which was sad, but I got to see the photos and it was glorious, and I actually did get something from that, which I'll talk about in a second. The other trunk show that was happening was Headwaters Grazing, which is a local, I guess, company here in Mendocino County, and they do grazing on like private properties to help with fuel reduction for, you know, the prevention of astronomically terrible wildfires. They also sell yarn and fiber from their sheep. They sell pelts as well and meats. I did not get any of that yarn today, but I think that Meredith is going to start carrying it in the future. And if that's the case, Meredith, you better start carrying it because you've got a customer right here. I will show you now the project bag that Meredith saved for me. It is the graphics from Taylor Swift's Eras tour, and it is just all over this bag. It's got this lovely little handle. I think this kind of bag is called like a DOP, D-O-P-P. I'm probably wrong. This is gonna be the perfect sock project bag. It's got this little handle. It zips this way, so then you could just have your yarn sticking out and knit like they do on TV shows. That's what it looks like. And then I told myself that if this bag was still at the shop when I went on Sunday, that it was going to be mine. So it was meant to be. It's just a cute bag, period. This is by Twig and Horn. I believe that this company is American made as well, so it's all made here. It is this white canvas with this brown leather. It's got handles here and a nice big strap right there. It has the best pockets, and it actually has this bag right here. There is their logo, and it is removable from this bag. So it snaps in and you can take it out. Actually genius. There are so many good pockets in here. And then the last thing, the last yarn store purchase, because I was able to finish this top, the Vesna tee, so quickly for the make along, I said, you know what? I think I got time to cast on another. So I got yarn for another top for the make along. I got this. It is BC Garn Tussa Tweed, and it is Tussa Silk. It is this lovely tan color. And then I got this one, this green, and to me it looks like moss, like actually. All the little bits and bobs in there. So what I've decided to do with this yarn is to make a redemption Toast Tea by Rebecca Clow. And I'm going to be doing this as the main color and this as the stripes. And I will be doing the fingering weight version. The two that I've done before have been the DK weight. So that was it for Purple Needle. That's it for all of the Wine Country Yarn Hop Yarn Store purchases. The last place that I went to today was Mendocino Book Company. Is our local bookstore in town. They are not normally open on Sundays, but they opened for the hop, which I was like, okay, well then I have to go and say thank you for being open. And I got two things there. One is this cookbook called Fog Eater Cafe. This is a restaurant in Mendocino, California, which is on the coast. So this is Mendocino County. There's a town called Mendocino, and that is where Fog Eater is. It is a vegetarian restaurant, and they do Southern style dishes. I went there once. It was so lovely, and I almost bought this book when I was there, but then I saw that they had it at Mendocino Book Company. I said, you know what? I gotta get this. And then the last thing that I got was this. It is 20 recipe cards by Pizza Pilgrims. They are recipes for pizza, and they are literally little cards. And the recipe is on the back, which I thought was very cute. Nice to have a visualization of it. And it came in this, what looks like a pizza box. My husband and I just got a pizza oven, and so I'm like, I need to perfect my dough recipe, my sauce recipe, and then I feel like I can feed us and then also friends and family who would like to come and eat our pizza. But I thought that this would be a good place to start. It's got some really great little pies to try and make and mimic, and the toppings look so delicious. There's one pizza with an egg yolk in the middle. All right, that was my 2026 Wine Country yarn hop. I hope that you enjoyed seeing all of these shops that are local, semi-local to me and where I live. If it's something that you would like to do in the future, it is kind of the middle of July is when the yarn hop usually is. Again, it's a Friday through Sunday thing. There's so much fun stuff to do up here in the wine country. Beautiful scenery, great people, wonderful food, good drinks. I mean, it's a party up here. So if you have any questions about it, leave a comment down below. You can also DM me on Instagram if you have any questions about the yarn hop, my experience with it, if you guys will be coming. Did you come? What did you get? I need to know. I was watching everybody's purchases and I was like, I'm eating it up. I love it. If you are doing the Purple Needle Fiber Crafts Feel and Froggy Knits summer make along, let me know how your project is coming along, what you are making. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching this video, for subscribing to my channel. I'm so close to 1,000 subscribers. It's been my goal. I don't think I've ever even thought it would be possible to have 1,000 subscribers. I know that it is possible, but it feels kind of weird, but also really cool to have 1,000 people be like, yep, I'd like to watch one of your videos. It's weird and cool. I love it. All right, I will see you all on the next one. Have a lovely rest of your night or day. Bye.